If you're a DR Horton hater, I understand, I completely get it. Today we're walking you through the new Horton Series with DR Horton. They just came to Des Moines. We're going to show you what it entails and give you kind of our first look at it and our opinions. The first thing I noticed, if they use hardy plank siding, that's a good thing rather than that cheap vinyl. The hardy plank siding looks really, really nice. It looks like it's installed really well. And I love this big front porch. So this is actually the Lincoln XL plan. DR Horton bought Classic Builders, and this was Classic Builders' best plan in my opinion. I love the layout of it, so I'm excited to go inside and see if it is similar to the homes that they built back in the mid 2000s, like 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, all the way up to the time DR Horton bought them in 2019. So we're gonna check out some of the details and make sure it is quality. Let's go. All right, when we walk in the front door, the thing we loved about the Lincoln XL was it had 3 bedrooms on the main level, and it also had an office space. Right here is an office. To get an office and 3 bedrooms in a ranch style home is pretty rare. So that's a great feature right off the bat. So far, I'm liking what I see. There's 9-foot ceilings. The walls all look really good. Now, they're still prepping this house. You might hear some noise in the background. They're fitting some doors. I think this is probably gonna be a model home, but you got LVP floor running through this whole main area. You got the wide base and case. So the DR Horton homes that we currently have in town typically have about 2.5, 3-inch trim boards. This is a 4-inch trim board. I like the fact that they went to the bigger trim. Another thing I noticed real quick, I want to show you, they actually trim out the windows. It was very common that they might have one trim board on the bottom, but this one actually has, instead of drywall wrapped return, they're actually wood return. So that's another nice feature. This is why I think it's a model, because it actually has the blinds in it already. Light fixtures are really sharp. Over here you got a pretty nice looking chandelier. I really like the look of these two. So they're going with a little different look than what you get with DR Horton. One of the main tests that I'm gonna have with here is the cabinets and the drawers. I wanna make sure that they're the quality cabinet and drawer. So we're gonna look at those. A couple things I look at is they have the rails on the side, or are they soft close? We'll see. This is a big test. So it does have the underneath, and another huge feature, it's the full pull, so you can reach the back of the drawer. So that is definitely an upgrade from the DR Horton homes that they have right now. Great feature. Soft close cabinet doors as well. I like the gas range. The appliances look really nice in here too. They're not cheap appliances. You got looks like a microwave and an oven, I believe. Yep, so you got your oven, your microwave, you got a gas range with a hood vent. So all in all, looking pretty good. This plan really has just about everything. So you have a nice walk-in pantry. Now this is listed at $614,900. Now that's kind of high for a DR Horton home in Des Moines, but the truth is it's 2,100 square foot on the main level with the finished basement. So you're still getting a ton of square footage for the money. And it seems to me, you know, you've got your 3-centimeter countertop, you got a nice sink, you got a nicer fixture here. So it seems to me they're putting in similar finishes to many other builders in the area, which is key. So back here, this is one thing I really love about this plan. They added this linen closet. I don't think the Lincoln XL had the linen closet. That's a key feature because you got 2 bedrooms back here. So you got your family room up there, and then separated off, you got the 2 spare bedrooms. But with these spare bedrooms, if I remember correctly, which I do, they have a Jack and Jill bathroom. So you have a half bathroom for the guests, but then you have a Jack and Jill back here for these 2 bedrooms, which I think is key. They still don't have a fan here in the bedroom, but the standard series just has a disc light in the bedroom. This actually has a flush mount light, so it doesn't look quite as tacky as just having a little disc light in the bedroom. You got your pocket doors. This is a good feature that they have. So you've got your bathroom in here, you got dual vanity. So the kids can share the sinks while someone's going to the restroom or taking a shower back here. That's also a nice feature because you don't have to worry about kids fighting over the bathroom quite as much. Kids will always fight, but not quite as much if you got those separated out. So as I'm walking through here, I'm looking for imperfections. Now it's not going to be perfect. Anybody who were to buy this home today, they get a blue tape walkthrough so they can fix those imperfections. My experience with DR Horton, Iowa is they've been really good at the blue tape walkthrough. They fix the majority of the things if they can. You know, obviously you'll have some things that look worse if you fix it, but for the most part, they've done a really good job with my clients. Another disc, or not disc light, another flush mount light in the bedroom. You got double doors here for a closet. My guess is they will add another knob here, but I mean, I think that's just something they missed at this point. Again, the house isn't totally done. I mean, it's pretty much done, but they're still working out some kinks, I would imagine. Big living room. Again, big living room, open to the kitchen, nice big island. They actually have a refrigerator in here. Typically, builders don't put the fridge in. But you know, this is a kitchen that you would see in a home at this price range. It's really pretty nice. Pretty impressed, I'm not gonna lie. So back here, this is where you got your half bath, just with pedestal sink. This is for the guests, right? So they don't have to go into the bathroom the kids have or your guest bedroom. You have your own bathroom here so your guests can come in here. It can always be clean. And this is a primary bedroom. Again, the tall ceilings go throughout the whole home. It's not just in the main area. That is a nice feature. I love the fact the blinds are already in here, but if this is a model, they're probably not going to sell it. So in here, they've got a fan up here that matches the one in the living room. So you got a fan light, another positive feature. Now I say that because DR Horton typically doesn't have some of those things. So I'm saying this is a positive feature because it's matching what other builders are doing. So you come in here, you got, this is probably LVP. I can't really tell. It's either LVP or tile, but I'm not sure. Either way, it looks really good. So in here, you've got a tile shower. And similar to what Classic did, and I don't know if this is a DR Horton national thing or not, but there's actually a shower head and a rain head. Rain heads were something that Classic brought like probably around 2012 or 13, and they were the only one that were really putting it in, and it really took off. It was something a lot of people liked. I like it on my house. That's a nice feature. Standalone tub, again, getting a shower and a tub in a ranch style home at $600,000 is pretty rare, and they're able to do it. You got double vanity with plenty of room for stuff here in the middle. We all know when you got a small double vanity, you don't have room for your hair products and all that kind of fun stuff. That's a good feature. So they carried the nice cabinets through the bathroom. Sometimes what you'll see is a builder will put nice stuff in the kitchen, but then you go into the bathrooms and it's a cheaper cabinets. They carried that quality in here, which is good. I love a separate toilet room. Just gives you privacy from your partner when they're out here getting ready. You can be in there doing your thing. Well, at first I was going to say kind of a small walk-in closet, but it actually goes back here a little ways. So it is a decent size. It's hard to get a huge walk-in closet in a ranch home because there's only so much square foot. Now, I know that right through that wall is the office space. They won't adjust this floor plan, but I do know Classic, when they built, sometimes they just turn this massive walk-in closet instead of having the office. But I don't think they're going to adjust their plans. And honestly, this closet should be big enough for most people, but not everybody. All right. So far, very high reviews on this home. I'm not going to lie. You can hate on me if you want, but DR Horton Iowa has done a pretty good job. Their reviews have all been pretty good. I've sold about 6 of them and every one of them has been happy. And that's a very good thing. Now, I know not everybody's happy, but you have a builder that builds more homes than anybody else. You're going to have some disgruntled people just because that's just the way society is. But at the end of the day, they've done a good job for my clients. This house, pretty good so far. Before we head downstairs, this is actually awesome. So you've got your drop zone. Then you actually have a coat closet. So many times builders just make a huge drop zone and nowhere to hide your crap that's off season. So your winter stuff can go in there in the summer stuff can go in there in the winter, and it's tucked away. Another nice surprise is they actually have the appliances in here already, but it is nice to have a separate laundry room where you can shut the door. Oftentimes when you walk in from the garage, you got your drop zone and your laundry all in the same room. It's nice to have a separate room for sure. All right, so we've seen the main level. Now we're going to go to the basement. Like I said, there's still touching stuff up here, but this is a feature that is very minimal. There's 2 things about these stairs. One is they got the skirt boards on here. A lot of the cheaper builders don't put the skirt boards on. It's just a better finish than the carpet going right to the drywall. But the way they installed the carpet here, A lot of times people do what they call the waterfall, where it just comes over and they just go straight down, but they actually tuck it and staple it. It's a much nicer look. Now I know that's very minor, but to me, it shows just a little bit more quality than what it is if you just got the waterfall. So it looks nicer. And it also means they use treads, which is better than just using the OSB. All right, this is a huge open room. I like the fact that they got the taller ceilings down here, nearly 9-foot ceilings. This isn't daylight or walkout egress, but that's just a lot. It has nothing to do with the actual construction. But they do have, I do like the fact that they have the concrete window wells. You don't have to worry about the tin ones falling in. Big room, huge room. And that's the thing about this Lincoln XL. There's so much living space in this house for the money. I mean, we're talking probably 3,600 square feet finished for $614,900. Plus, DR Horton offers, I think they're at a 5.5% interest rate on a 30-year fixed. Pretty good deal. So let's see if they carried the cabinet quality down here to the basement. Sure enough, again, full pull. You can get to the back of the drawer. I don't have that. Sure wish I did. And soft close. So a very nice bar. You can sit up to it, and there's plenty of room down here in the basement. So having that extra sit-up bar is pretty nice. You got a linen closet, another full bathroom. So this is the only thing I could say so far that I've seen that is similar to the other ones. And I really wish they would have just a face on the front of this and the 2 drawers down below, but instead they just have the big doors. They're soft close. So it's okay. It's not the end of the world. Just a little preference of mine. But a nice little bathroom for the basement for the guests. And this is the other bedroom. Again, the bedroom does have the flush mount light, so it's easy to put a fan in if you wanted to. And a huge walk-in closet down here. So if you got a teen, they're in heaven down here because they have their own bathroom, big walk-in closet, and a huge bedroom. Last thing is a storage room. So this has quite a bit of storage in it. So maybe this is more like 3,400 total finished square foot, but it's going to be somewhere between 3,400 and 3,600, just using a guesstimation on what I see. But all in all, man, I'm telling you what, this is a really nice house for the money, and I think they're going to have a lot of success with this floor plan here. Last thing we'll do is we'll go check out the deck. All right, so out here, the deck is pretty standard. At least they have stairs. The DR Horton, the standard homes, they typically don't have stairs that go off. It's something you have to do after the fact. It's just a standard treated lumber. I wish they would have put a cover on it, but I guess you can't have everything. It is a good sized deck. So all in all, again, I'm going to say it one last time. If you're a DR Horton hater, I understand. I completely get it. Iowa DR Horton has a different standard in my opinion. Iowa has a lot more building codes, and they have to build probably a little nicer home than in some other areas, but they also take it really serious here, and they've done a great job the years that they've been here. Again, if you want a lot of house for the money, DR Horton supplies it, and they also give you a fantastic interest rate. You can't get under 6% with any other builders in the Des Moines Metro, but you can with DR Horton. So if you're interested in touring more or learning more about DR Horton and touring some of the houses, feel free to give me a call. I'll give you my honest opinion on those houses. I am not paid by DR Horton. This is totally independent. Again, I'm giving them a pretty good rating here. This new Horton Series is pretty nice, and I look forward to showing clients these, maybe selling a few of them. Hope you like this tour. If you like it and you want more, make sure you follow me on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook.